there's export business to be done. What I really want to try and understand from each of you is why British exports? What's special about what we do and what you do as suppliers that people are prepared to buy into and import, from the UK? Debbie?
Well, I think for most people that export, they have a good knowledge of the garden retail industry, and I think really it's a garden centre industry all developed within the UK. Therefore, we are ahead of everybody else, and people like to buy into our expertise and our knowledge, basically, and also they like a strong British brand.
Okay, so it's a strong British brand, but that's interesting. So it's your expertise of having sold through British garden centres and understanding that market that's part of the...
I believe so, yes, because in other countries worldwide, the garden centres are not quite as established as we are over here in the UK, and where some of them are actually developing their business as well. For example, with internet sales, Eastern Bloc is a little bit further behind us, and we're way ahead, and we actually have that knowledge and that expertise, and we can then pass it on. We actually distribute via distributors, who we then expect to sell on our behalf, so we then pass on our knowledge to them.
Okay, so and John, you mentioned to me earlier that in effect you're doing category management abroad?
Yeah. We people buy into our expertise, our knowledge of the market in our particular niche sector, and rather than send out buyers to go and find the sort of product range that we offer, people are prepared to buy through us, and we then effectively manage a range for them within their country or their retail sector.
So we're exporting our knowledge and our excellence and
our design. Yeah, and the design, the R&D. Yeah, that's the important part.
And in terms of innovation, Gordon was saying that one of the key strengths of Wildlife World's exporting is innovative new products.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Our owner, Norman Sellers, is a real whiz kid on developing new products, and sometimes it's a little bit hard to keep up with what we're doing because we have so many coming along, but our customers love this. Just going back to Debbie's point before about why we have this reputation as UK exporters, as I think UK is seen as birthplace and really home of hobby gardening, and this reputation is across the world. And we also have a reputation for high quality products, and the UK as a whole has got a long history as a trading nation, so there's this strength of history that we can fall back on and give confidence to our customers.
And John, what about from Haddonstone's point of view? What is it that obviously you're exporting product, but what other expertise are you exporting?
I think the problem we encounter is if you walk around a garden, the thing you look at is the plants and the flowers and the beds and things, and you don't actually see the stonework. So we're selling a support material, if you like, and we have to educate people, particularly international people, to landscape architects to design into their schemes sort of planters, the classical English country house planters, fountains, water features, and that sort of thing. So our biggest job is just sort of showing people that the part behind the flowering side. That's what we find.
Good. And Charlie, anything else on expertise that people are exporting as well?
Yeah, I mean it's all about, but particularly in markets such as Japan and the US, there's also the whole issue of heritage and history that goes alongside gardening. So there's all the tool companies that grew up around Sheffield, the engineering companies that grew up around Birmingham, and so on. Those kind of countries love that kind of heritage story, but at the same time they want quality, they want innovation, they want good packaging and things. But it's in terms of knowledge, it's about a whole package. It's not just about the product, it's about the service and things that exporters provide.